The year is 1692. A cold wind whips through the village of Salem, Massachusetts. The trees stand bare, their branches like skeletal fingers against the gray sky. An unsettling quiet hangs in the air, broken only by the occasional creak of a timbered house or the muffled sobs carried on the wind. A shadow has fallen over Salem, the shadow of suspicion, of fear, of whispers that speak of witchcraft. Salem, a frontier village carved from the wilderness, is a place of harsh realities. Life is a constant struggle against the elements, against disease, against the unknown. The Puritan faith, a beacon of light in the darkness, dictates every aspect of life. Its strict doctrines offer little comfort in a world where shadows seem to hold unseen dangers, where the devil lurks in every corner, ready to snatch souls from God's grace. In the winter of 1692, a group of young girls begin to exhibit strange behaviors, fits, seizures, contortions. They cry out in pain, claim to see spectral shapes, accuse innocent people of tormenting them. The word spreads like wildfire witchcraft. The very foundation of Salem is shaken. The community, already grappling with anxieties about the unknown, is plunged into a maelstrom of fear and paranoia. The accusations begin as whispers, then escalate into a torrent of blame. Neighbor turns against neighbor, friend betrays friend. The very fabric of Salem society unravels as the trials begin. Lives are shattered, reputations are ruined. The accused, innocent or not, are caught in a web of fear they cannot escape. The witch hunt has begun. The Puritan faith, the bedrock of Salem's existence, is a double-edged sword. It offers solace and guidance, but also fuels the flames of fear. The devil, according to Puritan belief, is a real and present danger, always seeking to corrupt and destroy. The concept of witchcraft, the act of consorting with the devil, terrifies the community. It represents the ultimate betrayal of God, the ultimate evil. In this atmosphere of religious fervor and vulnerability, the accusations of witchcraft find fertile ground. They tap into the deepest fears of the community, turning neighbor against neighbor. Greed, jealousy, and long-held grudges bubble to the surface, disguised as pious concern. The trials offer a platform for personal vendettas to be settled under the cloak of religious righteousness. The accusations target the most vulnerable members of society: women, the poor, the marginalized, those who do not conform to the rigid social norms, those who challenge authority, those who are different, become easy targets for suspicion. The trials become a means of reinforcing social control, of silencing dissent, of maintaining the status quo. The crucible of fear boils over, consuming all in its path. The Salem witch trials are unique in their reliance on spectral evidence. This intangible, invisible form of proof hinges on the visions of the accusers, the afflicted girls. They claim to see the spirits or specters of the accused attacking them, tormenting them, even biting and pinching them. These spectral attacks are invisible to all but the afflicted, making them impossible to disprove. The court, swayed by religious fervor and the girls' dramatic performances, accept spectral evidence as legitimate proof of witchcraft. Defense attorneys are powerless against accusations that exist only in the minds of the accusers. The accused are trapped in a nightmare, unable to defend themselves against accusations they cannot see or hear. Spectral evidence adds a chilling layer of paranoia to the trials. If anyone's spirit can be summoned by a witch to harm others, then no one is safe. The very air becomes thick with suspicion. Trust evaporates. Neighbors eye each other warily, wondering who among them might be harboring a witch's heart. In the heart of Salem, the afflicted girls, mostly teenagers, find themselves thrust into a pivotal role. Rarely heard before, these young women suddenly hold a power they've never known. Their cries of torment and dramatic fits captivate the entire community, turning them into both victims and perpetrators in the witch trials. While some historians suggest they suffered from mass hysteria, others argue they were manipulating their newfound influence. Whatever the cause, their accusations become the fuel that feeds the fire of the trials, their words carrying the weight of life and death. As they point and shriek, the community hangs on their every action, making them the tragic chorus of Salem's unfolding drama. The witch hunt in Salem begins with Tituba, a slave owned by Reverend Samuel Parris. Her exotic background and tales of magic from Barbados make her an easy target in a community that values conformity and fears the unknown. As the afflicted girls start their accusations, Tituba, with her knowledge of herbs and folk remedies, is quickly scapegoated. Interrogated and threatened, she faces immense pressure to confess to witchcraft. Under duress, Tituba's confession implicates others and sends shockwaves through Salem, legitimizing the accusations and setting the stage for the trials to escalate.